everybody, Lynsie Ramos here, Realtor with Next Home Cold Iron Group. I am here today for our Learning with Lynsie session, and I have Kristi Slocum here.
Hi.
Thank you so much. She is a pest control expert with Orkin.
Yes,
and so I've actually gone on some termite inspections with Kristi, and she has taught me so much that I had to have her on this show. Why should someone get a termite inspection? I mean, we're in Amarillo. Do we really have termites here?
Surprisingly, yes. We have, they're called subterranean termites, and a lot of people think that if since we don't have a lot of moisture in this area, we don't have a lot of termite problems, but the problem is we actually have enough moisture for them to thrive on, and subterranean termites like our weather, our climate particularly, so we have a huge problem in this part of the country with subterranean termites. And subterranean termites do over $5 billion a year annually in damage.
Wow.
And the problem is termites, they can work in your home for a very long time without any kind of detection. They can eat clear behind your sheetrock all the way up into the ceiling without any kind of detection. And there's a popular misconception that if your house is on a concrete slab and you have brick, that you won't be susceptible to termites, but that's actually quite opposite. Because even if your house is on a concrete slab and it's on brick, you've always got, they can come up underneath your brick and work their way between your brick and your foundation wall. They can come up any kind of foundation cracks in the slab, no matter how small the cracks are. All they need is 1/32 of an inch to get through.
Whoa. Yeah, they're tiny.
Yes, absolutely. So it's basically like the thickness of a sheet of paper is all that they need. And they'll come up the plumbing penetrations in your slab too, because there's always a small space between where your plumbing comes up and where the slab actually lays. And of course, wherever you have plumbing, you're more likely to have moisture there as well too. So we see them come up quite often in plumbing penetrations. One of the main problems with a concrete slab is that, unlike with a crawl space, a house that has a crawl space, we can get underneath there and get a lot better idea of what's coming up into the house, whereas we can't do that on a concrete slab.
Like in your garden, you may not realize that, a lot of the little wooden separators for your garden and stuff like that are actually like food for termites.
Exactly.
It makes sense.
We have a lot of things that we use to decorate our yards and our gardens with that are major termite attractants, such as bark mulch, railroad ties, cross ties, any post, basically anything that's made out of cellulose is an attractant for termites. Even if that particular piece of wood has been treated for termites, that treatment's not going to last forever, because being outside, it's gonna make that treatment weather and break down, and either way, it's a big attractant for termites. And because termites will actually build their mud tubes up to 100 yards out each way from their colony. If you have a termite colony within 100 yards of your house, you're very susceptible, as well as your neighbors. You can have one colony feeding on multiple houses in the area, and most likely where you have one colony, you're almost going to have always multiple colonies all around the neighborhood.
So it's like a disease.
Exactly.
Spreads through the neighborhood.
Exactly.
So, well, I guess my next question to reiterate on that is why is it important to hire the right, person to eradicate these pests?
Exactly. Well, with termite detection and treatment, you want to go with somebody who's very highly trained and who uses the latest technology and products to treat with, because they're not all the same. Oh, wow. You have to make sure your house is treated thoroughly. We find a lot of instances where the house hasn't been treated as well as it should have been, and so now they're getting a reoccurrence of termites. And so, especially with as much as an investment as termite work is,
Can be really expensive.
exactly. And since it's protecting your best investment, you want to make sure that you go with the company who's very, very highly trained and who only uses the top products in termite eradication.
I love that. I love that, Kristi. Well, thank you so much. I mean, this is just a tiny fraction of, the realm of pest control. So I really
Yes,
appreciate you
yes.
coming on here and talking. No questions for you. Where can they reach you?
Well, all of our termite inspections are free of charge. We do that for anybody. I cover the Amarillo area all the way, up to the Oklahoma Panhandle, all the way into the eastern part of New Mexico.
Wow.
If you'd like to get a hold of me, my phone number is 806-341-1938. Email, which is kslocum@workin.com, or you can also find me on Facebook at Kristi Slocum, termite and bed bug specialist, as well as I'm on Instagram too.
Yep.
Kristi
And
the
that's-
Termite Lady Slocum.
That's Kristi the Termite Lady Slocum.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. I know she just started her Instagram, and it has been so much fun to
Thank
follow
you.
her journey on that. Thank you so much, Kristi,
Thank you for
being
having
here.
me. I appreciate it.